How do you let go of a past that is defining every minute of your actual being? How do you let go of history and events and feelings and emotions that are recreating in your world every second of your life? That's what we're talking about in this episode of Roxy Talks. Stay tuned. What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Thank you for joining me here for another episode of Roxy Talks, where we discuss confidence, mindset, manifestation, and more. My name is Roxy Lee. I am a mindset coach, and I'm here to help you banish your negative thinking and limiting doubts so you can bring love, clarity, and joy into your life. If you would like one-on-one coaching to discuss your specific issue, you can sign up for one-on-one coaching with me in the description below. Now, transcending your past is a huge topic, and it's a huge deal because a lot of people are defining themselves by what they've experienced in their life. They think that because they've experienced certain things or they felt a certain way their entire life, that's how it always has to be. I've always had anxiety, so I always will have anxiety. I grew up in an abusive home. How could I possibly erase that? Maybe you were sexually abused, and it's literally defining your very being. Okay, I understand the gravity of this, but I also want to say permanence is a choice. Permanence is a state of mind, okay? So if you are constantly defining yourself by things that happened in your past, I say this in the most loving way, but you're doing it to yourself. But the good news is that you don't have to do it anymore. And in any single moment from here forward, you can choose to drop that old story and go forth in your life as a new person, okay? It's completely possible. I've seen it tons of times with my clients. You don't have to be defined by your past for a moment longer, okay? Now, before we get into it, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach as many people as possible, and everyone deserves to know that they are in complete control of their reality. And I have to apologize, I am kind of stuffy, kind of sick, so I sound kind of silly, but we're gonna get through this. So when we are thinking about our past, okay, and this goes for things like limiting beliefs and insecurities and doubts and fears like that, it's not just about traumatic past, it's even plain old boring vanilla pasts can create ideas in our mind that we corral ourselves into, that we define ourselves by, that keep us from transcending that story because we just tell it over and over and over. And we don't realize that it's not something that happened to us in our past that's keeping us where we are. It's the fact that we keep affirming it over and over every single day. We wake up and you're like, oh, this is the life of a victim. This is the life of somebody who grew up super poor and has to struggle for everything. This is the life of somebody who was abused and doesn't know their self-worth. Every day you're bringing it up and you're bringing it up and you're bringing it up again. Okay, so you're just manifesting over and over and over. You are writing your story in every single moment of your day, okay? So we don't want to write this story anymore. We're going to have to drop this, okay? So what's going on is that because of the way you were raised or because of the things that you experienced in your past, they created an instance or they impressed upon you enough, strong enough to where it changed the way that you thought about the rest of the world, or it shaped the way that you think about the world if it's something that happened from birth or from childhood or came from our families. These ideas, these limiting beliefs, these fears, these insecurities, these doubts, this old story, I want you to think of these as these fence posts, and they're the thunk, right? Into your reality, okay? And you're thunking one here, and you're thunking one there. And this is I'm poor, and this is things are hard to come by, and this is people cheat, and this is I'm not worthy, and this is I'm ugly, and all these things, okay? What you're doing when you're thinking about these, when you're bringing them up every single day, when you're defining yourself by them, you have put all these fence posts around you. And now you're in a yard that you don't want to be in, and you don't even realize you're in it. You don't even realize you're completely fenced in, and you are unable to transcend that barrier because your beliefs are holding it in place. How can you have a meaningful and healthy relationship when deep down you think that relationships don't last? When you think deep down you're not worth love, when you think deep down everybody lies or everybody cheats or people can't show up or people are not dependable, those beliefs, those fence posts are deep. They've been in there your whole life, okay? Or they've been there for years. And whether you realize it or not, they are continually keeping you corralled in, like I said, like a little yard, in a little pen, okay? It's like you're in this little yard. You're writing that story. The past isn't items stored in memory bins and you just kind of reach in and rummage around and pull it up. And you're like, oh, it's memory, and then put it away and tuck it back for the day or whatever. No, When you recall a memory, when you bring up something from the past, it's like a memo goes out to the whole vibration. It's this, hey guys, now just so everyone knows, we're in complete victim mode. Just so everyone knows, we are to be taken advantage of. We are not to be valued or loved. Just so everyone knows, that's what's going on. We are not worthy of love, okay? So you have to understand, if you're recalling a past, if you're defining yourself by it, if you're allowing it to attach itself to your story, you're just being it in every moment. You're choosing a reality. You're choosing a version of yourself that is wounded and hurt and damaged and doesn't like themselves, doesn't like other people, can't get close to people, puts up walls, can't get people to get close to them. Whatever it looks like in your world, it's because of the past that you are continuing to define yourself by. So how do we fix this? Okay, my approach for all things, for all manifestation, for all areas of life is I want you to approach it from every angle, okay? So I don't know why, but I envision this like blob. This like undulating blob, like amorphous blob, and that's like our being. And there's all these like little cracks and fissures in it, okay? And they're just kind of like all around like the perimeter, and they're just like cracked open. Well, when we start doing different techniques and different manifestations and saying different affirmations and thinking different thoughts, it's like we're kind of filling in those cracks and we're like putting them back together and kind of making it whole again. That's just, I'm all about the analogies, and it's just only because that's what my brain does. When I try to figure something out, it just puts this like image in my mind, and I'm like, oh, that's what that is. So we want to attack this from all angles, like I said. So first things first, I would say for you, definitely need to do some past revision. We want to smooth over these memories or these notions or these ideas in our mind as much as possible. Does past revision change the past? I don't know. I honestly can't tell you. I don't know. I really don't. But what I do know is that if you do it to where it actually impresses upon you, what's going to happen is it's going to change the way that you perceive the rest of the world. It changes the way that you think people are going to show up to you. It changes the way that you expect the world to react. It changes the way you feel about yourself because you start viewing the things that happen to you in a different light. We start framing them in a new way. I'll link my past revision video up here so you can check that out. But really, we want to start going back in our past and taking these moments that stand out and smoothing them over, play them in a different way, change the way they went down, erase a text message that says, I hate your guts and I never want to see you again, and visualize one that says, hey, good night, just want to let you know I'm thinking about you, okay? We want to attack this on all angles. So we're going to do past revision. We're going to be installing a brand new story. So what does that entail? Well, you got to get super clear, okay? We want to know, what version of yourself do you actually want to be? Because I know that you don't want to be the wounded bird anymore, okay? We don't want to be the one that's damaged, the one that's anxious, the one that's depressed, the one that's got baggage or whatever, okay? And again, this is no judges. This is no judgment on you. This is just like, okay, let's get this, like this is your world. Grab that bull by the horns, like do this. This is your chance, okay? So figure out exactly what you want. Figure out exactly who you want to be. And once you're clear on what version of yourself you'd like to step into, then you start selecting that version. You embody it. You step into it. I'll link that video above as well. That was from earlier this week, okay? We are learning how to embody and become the thing that we want. We're practicing how to use our magic wands, saying, this is the version of me that I want to be. Strong, independent, trusting, honest, open, valued, valuable. Things that remind us of our true power on this planet, okay? This needs to start being your new programming, okay? So we're writing a new story. We're scripting every single night, okay? Not just the same story over and over. No, script about your day. Script about what you're feeling about. Script about what you're thinking about. Rewrite your history. Do it all, every aspect of your life, your history, your present, and your future, all of it. You're writing every single letter of your story, including the fact that you were victimized or hurt or anxious or whatever is going on with you. You are keeping that alive by writing it into your story every single day. Every time you lock in on the version of you that is right now, you continue to perpetuate it. So we're scripting every night before we go to bed so that we're thinking thoughts about the new version of us as we fall asleep. Our sleep is like a 4 to 7 hour meditation session. So we want to make sure that as we're doing that, as we're vibrating through our sleep and our subconscious, we're thinking about the best ideal version of ourselves that we are becoming. And then during our waking hours, we're installing this programming all day long. We're putting it in when our conscious mind is out to lunch, when we're driving, when we're taking a shower, when we're making coffee, when we're walking our dogs. Our brain is on a loop of the new reality that we're choosing. Remember, we need to lock in on it and stay there. Once you lock in on it, we don't want to entertain any old reality or any other option other than what we want, okay? So once we decide, I am the strong version of myself. I'm the version of myself that is okay with this. I'm the version of myself that has made peace with this. Then we have to allow that. We can't take the train to Butttown. We can't offer any differing vibes. We need to become that and embody it, okay? And to ease that transition, we do need to start making peace with our past, okay? We want to start wrapping our minds around the fact that this no longer has to define us. Did it hurt us or harm us or affect us? Maybe. But did it also lead us to this very moment and shape the versions of us that we are now? The versions of us that are open and ready to learn and expand and grow? Yes, it did. So thank you, past. I don't have to love you, but I don't have to hate you. And I definitely don't have to define myself by you anymore. I'm moving on to a new plane. I'm becoming a different version of myself. I'm thinking thoughts that the version of me that has never been harmed thinks. Or if you can't wrap your mind around that, I'm thinking thoughts the version of me that has made peace with this already is thinking, okay? You can step into the role of the version of you that has made peace. Definitely you can do that, okay? So just make sure that you're being aware that the story is continuously written in every moment, okay? It doesn't go away just because it's in the past, all right? So we don't have to define ourselves this way anymore unless we choose to. Permanence is a state of mind, and it's your decision, okay? So I want you to comment down below, permanence is a state of mind. Permanence is a state of mind, okay? And this is gonna get us into the idea that we don't have to stay any one way if we don't want to. That's our choice. That's our decision. Nobody can choose that for us. Nobody that has victimized or taken things away from us can decide how we react and respond and grow from this point forward, okay? And that is power. It's all you. You have the choice to change anything in any moment going forward, okay? Don't relinquish that power. If you're at bat, again, swing for the bleachers. Don't throw that bat down crying, and definitely don't hand it off to someone else to swing for you. No, 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 no. This is your turn at bat. This is your chance to get everything that you want out of this life. If you would like help getting into the mindset that will get you to kind of make these connections in your mind, you can download my 30 Days of Alignment Challenge. It is completely free and it's in the description below. And also join my Facebook group, Black Moon Society. Everyone in there is manifesting and helping each other and offering tips and tricks and being each other's support. It's a fantastic group. That link is in the description below as well. And of course, you can sign up for one-on-one coaching and we can talk about how to say goodbye to your past as well and help you step into a new version of yourself. If you'd like one-on-one coaching with me, of course, that link is also in the description below. Here on the Roxy Talks channel, I go live every Monday for Q&A at noon-ish PST and have brand new videos out every Tuesday through Friday. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell notification so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach as many people as possible, and everyone deserves to know that they are in complete control of their reality. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you.